Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and before Season 11 released for Overwatch 2, I deemed it to be one of the best seasons that's ever gonna release. And after seeing this,
Overwatch is here.
or maybe this, and definitely after this,
Feeling alive.
it's very hard to say that Season 11's terrible. Now, obviously, I might be glazing here a little bit because Blizzard is quite catering to my, I'm gonna be honest, horniness. But usually when I do these seasonal review type of videos, I never try to be super biased, but I always try to look at the positive things that a season has done, because I've come to realize over the past couple of years that most people don't want to click on my videos and just hear me be negative and bashing Overwatch and whine and complain. But what I can confidently say for the first time in what seems like years, there really aren't a lot of negative things that Blizzard has continued to do that has carried over into this season. And I already know there's gonna be somebody saying, well, I remember when I used to get skins for free, now they're charging for it. And yes, I can understand that frustration and anger, but you have to remember, that's when Overwatch 1 wasn't free to play and you had to spend anywhere from $60 to $40 to play the game. And now that Overwatch 2 is free to play, it's a necessary evil to keep the game afloat and to keep these free updates, well, free. I'm not saying you have to be okay with that. I'm just saying, well, if you're over here buying other cosmetics and other video games, don't just think that Overwatch is the only one doing that. But let's say they actually do like this season's Battle Pass. Well, lucky for you, I'm gonna be giving away 3 Ultimate Battle Pass bundles on my Twitch, not only today, but also on Tuesday. So be sure to follow my Twitch and also turn on push notifications so you know when I go live, so you don't miss this giveaway. But speaking of Battle Passes, I feel like the Season 11 Battle Pass is not only thematically one of the best, but is also a lot more fair when it comes to giving value to the player. Now, I realize that every season's Battle Pass is highly subjective, where you can think they're trash while I think they're the greatest skins of all time, but I really think Season 11, like if you care about my opinion, is top 5 best Battle Passes when it comes to the skins. My favorites being the Reaper and the Genji Ultrawatch skin. Sojourn has a really fire one when she desperately needs some skins, but even the epic skins with the Lifeguard, Lucio, and the Hammond Ultrawatch skin are some of my favorites as well. And then the Magra skin is a nice little lore piece that was a callback to the Baptiste comic when he was first introduced. Not to mention the Ashe skin as well. While it's not technically included in the Battle Pass, which I really like how they set up Mythic skins now, in a very short period of time, that Ashe Mythic skin grew on me. And I really think it was because of the VFX, which is something that I don't really talk too much when it comes to Mythic skins. I really like the gun reloading sound, making it sound like a goblin eating bullets, and then the evil sound effects from Ashe and whenever Bob comes onto the field, but it's not like too evil and demonic. It's more like an evil cartoon character. Maybe that's just because I grew up on Japanese media like Power Rangers and Pokemon and stuff like that. So maybe that's why I really like this season's theme and also the Ashe Mythic skin. But even if you despise this season and you despise last season's, you can still get tons of value and still feel rewarded for grinding Overwatch from both these seasons, because if you get to tier 80 in the free Battle Pass, you're gonna end up with 1,200 Overwatch 2 coins. That obviously is enough to get you next season's Battle Pass or whatever Battle Pass you want in the future. And I feel like this is something that not only is an improvement compared to Season 1 of Overwatch 2, but compared to other free-to-play games, is giving players the option of what they want to get in return of their time playing the game when it comes to cosmetic rewards. Do you like Season 11's Mythic skin? Oh, no, you think it's trash? Oh, well, don't worry, because there's other Mythic skins that you can get. Oh, you don't like those ones either? Well, don't worry, because you can save your Mythic Prisms for when your main gets a Mythic or whenever you get a Mythic that you really like. But even if you hate all these Mythics and you really like Reinhardt, well, don't worry, because now there's gonna be a Mythic weapon release for future heroes as well at the mid-season point. Do microtransactions suck? Yes, because that means you can't get all the fun dress-up items in a video game, but it doesn't have to be unfair, especially if you're playing the game and feel like you're not getting rewarded from a Battle Pass that's just filled with garbage. And the Season 11 Battle Pass, I feel like, is a lot more refined, gives a lot more value to the player, and has some really good stuff, like especially for Season 11. But we've been talking for about 4.5 minutes now of just cosmetic. What about the actual game? Well, how is Overwatch 2 in Season 11? Well, usually every season comes with about 1 or 2 game modes, and right off the jump, we have 2. actually more like 1.5 modes. The half being Runasapi 24/7, the new push map for this season. But then we have Community Crafted, which is a very unique 5v5 mode where a bunch of Overwatch creators changed up heroes to have these kooky, wacky, but also very good balanced changes to make it a very unique experience away from just normal quick play or competitive. Like if you want to vibe and also just see Zenyatta ulting in the sky like he's some sort of meteor sun, this is the game mode for you to have some fun and to have a different Overwatch experience. It ain't no prop hunt, it ain't no Junkenstein's Revenge, and it's not Lucio Ball, which, funny enough, Lucio Ball and all the other Summer Games festivities is coming later on the season, which just makes the season even better, but it's what gives each and every season its own unique identity. They don't do the same thing like how they were back in Overwatch 1, and that's something that I don't think Overwatch gets enough praise, is bringing different unique game modes almost every other season. When back in Overwatch 1, it was the same Junkenstein's Revenge, and then same May Snowball Offensive, Capture the Flag, Archives game modes that they didn't continue after Storm Rising. While not every season is going to have a revolutionary game mode, at least they're doing something new with every season. And you also get a free Aztec Sombra skin if you play the Community Crafted mode, which again, if you hate the fact that you feel like you don't get rewarded from playing Overwatch 2, they're giving even more ways to reward you. Plus, we also have more hero mastery. There's also going to be another quick play hacked event going on later on this season. Like for a season that hasn't had a hero, which in case you guys don't know, every odd season there's going to be a map, and every even season there's going to be a brand new hero, both of which are free now. I mean, heroes are no longer locked away behind the battle pass. That's something that was introduced in season 10. This really makes it a very fun and fresh experience every couple of months that makes Overwatch 2, in my opinion, better than Overwatch 1. And I don't know, people will once again say, oh, well, skins cost money. And even some people will say, yeah, but 6v6 was better. And we're not here to talk about 6v6, okay? And I understand that can make your experience in Overwatch 2 either love it or hate it, and that could be the breaking point. And I can't argue that. No amount of fixing the battle pass and fixing cosmetics and just fixing even Overwatch heroes can derail you from the fact that you like 6v6, and I understand that. I will continue to understand that. But aside from that, when it comes to Season 11's cosmetics and currency changes and limited time modes and even the competitive season, like this is something that's extremely subjective, that's very hard to fairly judge, because I feel like people that like a certain season probably have also climbed in the same exact season, but right now on the second day, I've been loving this competitive season. Maybe just because they buffed D.Va and I've been climbing so much with D.Va on tank, and a DPS May is a little bit better now, and support is, well, support's always support, I don't know. But also not to forget about the fact that they got rid of Ximmers on console, which also indirectly made this season the best on console, no doubt, because Top 500 is actually filled with controller players finally, and made me want to go and play console a lot more. But I just think as a video game, this is probably the best that Overwatch 2 has ever been. It's not perfect. There are still tons of improvements that they need to make, but from the past, like even just 3 seasons, it's gotten better with every passing season. I just think there's this narrative that Overwatch 1 didn't have its problems. I'm not saying that Overwatch 1 wasn't better, but that somehow events didn't have its problems when there clearly was. They didn't bring any new content other than skins with new events, and then when it came to competitive, Double Shield was running rampant, Goats was running rampant, competitive had its own meta problems and had its own overpowered heroes. It's totally fair to say that Overwatch 1 was better. Shoot, you can even say that Blizzard handled Overwatch 1 way better than how they're handling Overwatch 2, but to say that it didn't have its flaws, that's not fair, because no, now you're looking at Overwatch 1 with rose-tinted other glasses. But to not seem like I'm just glazing Season 11, other things that Blizzard has to continue to improve on is obviously PvE. It's been like, what, 5 years since PvE was announced, and they've only released 3 missions. They gotta either address that or actually release missions, make the esports scene actually viable, because right now people are retiring because they are making less than minimum wage, so maybe adding more to the prize pool of esports events, or their own community crafted tournament, because giving away a battle pass is kind of garbage. Also addressing hackers on a lot more frequent basis, especially on PC, because that's still been an issue that's been running rampant for I don't know how long at this point. And I'm sure the comment section will continue to remind me that Blizzard hasn't done this or this or this, but overall, I think Blizzard has definitely improved from Season 1, making the cosmetics, the battle pass, the content, a lot more friendly for us, the consumers, and I think they're showing improvement with every single season, and that's definitely came to fruition here in Season 11 with a great battle pass, a great theme, an awesome mythic, fun game modes, and then even more game modes, and then Pink Mercy coming out. Like, there's so much that's exciting happening in Season 11 that I feel like I'm going to be rating this season like an 8 out of 10. It's that good. It's just missing PvE and that May Mythic maybe. But until they release a May Mythic skin, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about Season 11. And I'll see you guys later. I love you guys, and bye.